All right, so let's keep things moving. Let's move right on to our next read. I was promising that I wasn't gonna keep readings long, but hell, I'm gonna let Spirit talk as long as Spirit wanna talk. Let's talk about Donald Trump's health, because as far as I know, that motherfucker ain't got long on this planet. I have been watching a few YouTube videos because not all media, but most mainstream media is bullshit. Most mainstream media is are sycophants for Donald Trump and his agenda and for the Trump regime. And I appreciate those YouTubers and small media companies that are trying at least to keep truth coming. The truth according to, of course, their opinion, but a lot of them that I watch, they're not being opinion based, and sometimes I disagree with the things they're saying, but the majority of the time I agree with them. One particular podcast that, while I don't agree with everything they're saying, I agree with possibly maybe 95% of what they're saying. The I've had it, girls. The I Hip podcast. They bring a lot of real shit to their to what they present, and they do a lot of work in and research before they present some shit to people on YouTube, because they know there are people like me who are sitting here, taking it all in. We're gonna listen to what you talking about, agree with what we agree with, disagree with what we agree with, and moving along. But we still gonna support you. But shout out to the iHip podcast because they are doing their thing and they have rattled shit out of the Republican Party, because anytime Elon Musk and his short frog like ass cheeks are paying attention to your podcast simply because you don't like Trump, baby, you're doing your thing. But to everybody that is doing their little local media or whatever, and you're trying to report what's going on, I salute you because you are needed. But anyway, like I said, I've been following a couple YouTubers, and they are actually having interviews with doctors that not have necessarily had anything to do with Trump's treatment, but these are doctors who have seen this behavior in this motherfucker in other elderly people. And I say that because I can add on to that as well. I was not playing when I told y'all back in November that Donald Trump was sundown. And I know it started off as a joke to y'all, hee hee ha, but it was hee hee hell to me. I'm like, this motherfucker is sundown. He's progressively gotten worse since November. Um, I'll say since he got elected, he looks 10 years older already. He ain't been in office 2 years. He ain't halfway through his fucking term, but he has aged 10 years already. Um, but yeah, those doctors believe this motherfucker ain't got long to be on this planet, and I second that. With the when I used to work in the medical field, I used to see all types of elders come through. Especially when I worked in the dementia unit. You ain't got your blunt, it's time to light your blunt. But the same behaviors that Donald Trump is displaying, the rage and all of that, that's definite dementia. That's definite sundown. And when he be standing up there and talking about not a motherfucking thing and be talking about windmills, the windmills, and yeah, and before he shits himself, because we've now learned that when he's grunting while he's talking, he's evacuating his loose bowels, because y'all know he got that ass toe by that motherfucking tent peg. I'm just saying, he like a little wood in his ass, but that wood toted ass. But yeah. These same behaviors that he's displaying is the same shit that a lot of those older people that I was taking care of would display. And I wasn't even high up as a doctor. The highest I got in the medical field, I kid you not. I'm certified, make sure I got my shit on, right? Make sure my damn microphone is on. I'm a certified coder, certified medical assistant, certified nursing assistant. So this is as high as it went. And of course, I was a certified medical technician, so that's I passed medicine, or I could. I don't anymore because my shit has expired, and I guess I might need to get back into the medical field because it's calling me again. But during my time working in the medical field, all of the behaviors that you are seeing Donald Trump exhibit are classic dementia. That and possibly, I feel like he's an alcoholic as well. He rages like a motherfucker that's drunk. or a motherfucker that has been drinking his whole life and that alcohol is just in him. I just assume that he smells like some fucking bad version of bourbon. I feel like he stinks. Y'all know how somebody that's an alcoholic, they had that smell of alcohol on them. I feel like they try to groom him as best as they possibly can, but because he has done so much damage to his body, he has a odor about him. And I ain't talking about that diaper smell, and I ain't talking about that denture smell that I'm sure comes out of his motherfucking mouth. Because you can tell he got fake ass teeth, okay? No white person in America or on this planet alive has perfect teeth. Y'all are from over there in England, and no disrespect to y'all in England, because I know y'all have, bad health care and shit, but them black folk over there seem to have beautiful ass teeth. We do it again. See, this is what healthcare gets you. This is what having healthcare gets you. Okay? That's not making fun of anybody, but that's to remind you, MAGA motherfuckers that's missing a goddamn tooth. Okay? That ain't got sense enough to at least go buy them 9.99 ass motherfucking pellets and create your snaggle tooth mouth ass a tooth. Donald Trump wanted you to be fucked up just like him. So of course I'm gonna show my pretty African American teeth, my Siouxland pride teeth. Let me show them to you. They have never been done. These is factory, bitch. See why you ain't got that going on, Magda. See why you can't smile because there are black spaces in your messed up teeth. Um, thank Donald Trump for it, okay? Because that motherfucker literally, because he knows he is literally walking in the shadow of death. He's literally 5 steps from eternity. He wanted all of y'all to be fucked up right along with him. See, here's a motherfucker that's mad because he's lived his fucking life a certain type of way and his lifestyle choices are catching up to him. It's like an addict. Like I said, he acts like a fucking alcoholic. And I'm positive that he allegedly possibly uses drugs as well because he acts like a drug addict. A drug addict that's snapping out and crashing out. Okay? That's one of my dreams too. I really want to work with drug addicts, but because I've never had an addiction to drugs at all. I don't know how I could translate. I understand, but I feel like that might become part of my ministry as well because I have a soft spot in my heart for addicts that, have had traumas go on that cause them to get on this shit. Even for those that just fuck around and party with the wrong people, I got love in my heart for you, and I hope that you are taking your sobriety seriously. I hope you're not letting this shit that this demented old man is doing to cause you to relapse. But if you have, I want you to know that you are loved, okay, and you are in a safe space here, okay? I'm not judging you. I just want you to know that you are worth more than what you are giving yourself. See, Donald Trump ain't worth shit, okay? That's why it doesn't bother him to destroy families. That's why it doesn't bother him that you don't have health care. That's why it doesn't bother him that your children can't eat, okay? He does not care. He don't even give a fuck if his kids eat, but he knows that he set shit up so that his children can eat. He's not worried about any other motherfucking children in America. No children in the world. Let me broaden it, okay? Because if this bitch back motherfucker has his way, he'll starve everybody on this planet except anything that has the last name Trump. Now, exclude Mary Trump because Mary done told y'all, she sat there and told y'all, do not elect my uncle, but y'all couldn't listen to his motherfucking blood niece. So Mary ain't getting nothing about the deal, but all the rest of them Trumps are, okay? And that piece of shit will go to his grave being evil. Don't y'all think, oh, he's gonna have a change of heart? Those of y'all that think, and I'm gonna pull the cards up in a minute, but y'all know I got to preach, okay? Those of y'all that call yourselves praying for him, baby, your prayers are falling on deaf ears, okay? Your prayers are falling on deaf ears. They are not going anywhere. Do y'all understand, y'all, what y'all are praying for when you pray for Donald Trump, okay? Do y'all understand that the man y'all are praying for does not even resonate with the God you serve? Do you understand that? Or is your head so far up the ass of Christianity that you can no longer think for yourself? And if that's the answer, or even if you posturing towards that answer, you are going to hell, sweetheart. Okay? Because you have just made an idol God out of Donald Trump. Well, yes, I'm not a Christian, but I told you my father's a theologian. I know this shit. Sometimes it takes me to be prompted, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about. What is it? One of the Ten Commandments about the idol God. Yeah, y'all put Donald Trump as your God. But unfortunately for y'all, y'all God is sick. Okay. Anyway, my cards are indicating a sudden health crash, or maybe he'll walk up off this planet. Maybe he'll be going to see Elvis soon because we see hardship for Mr. Trump. And this is specifically surrounding his health. Something about, you see the person on the card has their hand on their head and on their heart. I interpret this specifically only in this reading, not for every time I read these cards with these cards, or read cards with these cards. Just specifically for Trump right now. He's having some mental issues, of course, with the hand on the head and the hand on the heart. He's got a bad heart. That ticker ain't ticking the way it's supposed to. Blockages and shit are being said. Hardening of the veins. These shit that we already know. Another reader that I had watched that had done a reading on Trump, she speaks of his intestinal system being all fucked up, and we know that because he got a stick rammed up his ass, and he got tore down there. So excuse me, not intestinal. She said his gastrointestinal area. So he's fucked up. Okay, his health is giving up hardship, and I'm telling y'all, his death is in progress right now. Okay, it's in progress right now. Okay. Thing is, Trump has been warned of the inevitable, but he keeps lying to his motherfucking self. He's not thinking that this is going to happen. He's thinking that he is God, he's above God, his money can get him around the inevitable. He is literally a tower card reverse, and this is happening right now. So watch how quickly he declines and he steps up out of here. But let me get through the read first, girl. Yeah, he is tower card reverse. Okay, he's avoiding the inevitable. He What else does it say? Fear of change, prolonged upheaval. He's going, he's suffering right now. Okay, yeah, his health. Remember, we pulling on his health. Prolonged upheaval, averting disaster, avoiding tragedy, delaying the inevitable, and avoiding loss. He's trying everything he can to stay alive. Although he talks that shit, his ass is scared. He know he gonna burn in hell if there's a hell. Although we know hell is a proverbial place, Trump thinks that he's gonna burn in hell. And let's just run with that for a moment. Maybe he is going to hell. Why wouldn't you go to hell? Why wouldn't you? You're separating people's families. You're openly racist. You speak ill of God's chosen children, black people. You're out here shooting white women and you're shooting white men that are peaceful. You deserve to go to hell, motherfucker. Okay? You deserve it. You deserve to break that motherfucker wide the fuck open. However, Donald Trump's personal hell is where he's going. Okay? Now, in my mind, his biggest fear is being poor. Okay? He fears being poor more than anything. Okay? And with the Ten of Wands coming in reverse for him, he's carrying the energy of insurmountable problems, duty bound, resigned to fate, collapse, breakdown, physical exhaustion, and no stamina. He's going, y'all. He's going sooner than what we think. He's going sooner than what we think. It's happening right in front of us, okay? The Ten of Wands being in reverse, he's literally bitten off more than he can chew. He should not have been president, okay? His life may have been prolonged a little bit. Okay, I'm not gonna say spared because he is a hunky that the ancestors have been trying to get up off the earth for a while, and now they are about to get him. Okay, and not just our black ancestors, but y'all remember what the motherfuckers did to the the miners and the Asians that they brought, the Chinese workers, when they brought them over here and they killed them all in the mines and shit. Yeah, those ancestors are waiting to get their ass too. Let us not forget the slaughter that they did to the Native American people. Okay, so all of those spirits are up and walking around, and Y'all keep wondering why motherfuckers keep blowing up in the ocean and white people keep going down there and they keep getting fucked around, baby. Alakun has told you to get out of his house. You have yet to answer why are these Africans on my floor? Why are there dead Africans on my floor? America is paying the price for that. And Donald Trump will too. Because no doubt his ancestors was just as racist, even if not more racist than he is. So that slow, painful death that I keep telling y'all is coming for him, or excuse me, that is happening to him because it's happening right now. What's going on? Okay. He comes in with the world card in reverse with the excuse me, with the seven of swords, upright position. He's lying to himself about his quality of life. He's lying to Americans about his quality of life. He's lying all the way around. He's even lying to himself, even though the doctors are probably telling him, Mr. Trump, you don't have much time left. He's saying bullshit. I have all the time in my all the money in the world, and I'm gonna live as long as I want. I'm gonna live forever. You know, this old bastard probably said some ignorant shit like that. Meanwhile, his heart skipping beats every fucking day, and he laying up sleep, half dead in the motherfucking meeting, big ass neck spilling over on his shoulder and shit. Yeah, you almost gone, baby. Okay, he fist bumped Pam Bondi's little puppy dog face ass and bruised his goddamn hand up, baby. You is tender as a motherfucker. Okay, falling apart, fucked up, shutting down. Systems betraying you. It don't matter how much you lie to yourself. Okay. No matter how much his team lies to the American public, he is not doing well, y'all. He's not doing well, okay? Those of you that put him in your shoe, baby, that join me in putting him in your shoes, pop your collar and salute yourself because it's coming, okay? Here comes the downfall of the greedy, unsuccessful businessman who has plagued America for decades himself. Centuries, excuse me. I'm talking about decades. Like that motherfucker is old, but it ain't decades. Anyway, for centuries he's been a motherfucking fool. Okay, for centuries he's done this shit. For centuries he feels like he's felt like his whiteness would buy him wherever. Okay, would get him any type of what even health care. Okay, so there it is, him showing up with the five of wands in reverse and the four of wands in reverse. He's disputing everybody, honey. His family can't even tell him shit. He probably walking around smelling half dead, and they trying to tell him like, "Yo, maybe you need to slow down." Like, I don't think they tell him to walk away from the presidency because white people don't generally give a shit about each other like that. But they're probably, maybe you should slow down a little. He ain't listening to nobody. He doing whatever the fuck he want to do, angrily, because he knows he's dying. Well, according to our cards, this week, okay, this week we're going find out about some new shit. We are going to hear some more bullshit coming out of his mouth, but I want to warn y'all, this is just him in a self-preservation act. This is him trying to exude power, trying to boast of authority, trying to make himself seem big again, because there are going to be some secrets revealed. This is going to be some bad and disappointing news for the Trump administration, honey. See, he's doing all this shit that's going on in Minnesota and shit, because he's trying to deflect from the Epstein files, but it's not going to work, okay? All of the brouhaha has happened, and of course, people are still going to be protesting, but people are going to get back to the main topic and where the fucking Epstein files. See, gossip is already spreading, okay? Gossip is already spreading. The Page of Swords is in reverse. He is being watched, okay? I don't know who these watchdogs are or if this is, God, I can't think of his name because I just watched a interview he did, not an interview. He was sitting before the Senate panel, I believe, and he was talking about how Donald Trump should have been prosecuted. Donald Trump and the DOJ is being watched. I don't know who they are being watched by, but they are being watched because there are going to be some secrets revealed, okay? Some mysteries unveiled. And in return, Donald Trump is going to exhibit more irrationality, insomnia, unhappiness, you know, lying more. He's going to be telling lies, but the truth is going to come out, okay? And he's going to accidentally run his own mouth because he's old. Y'all know how old people get to talking too goddamn much when they done lost a little piece of their mind. This is what Trump is getting ready to do. And that mean them motherfucking, ooh, that damn voodoo doll I did to him. And them voodoo dolls, y'all be beating upside the shit and whooping the shit out. Keep doing that, honey. Because I addressed that voodoo doll I made of him and I put it inside of a coffin. And I think I need to make another one because we gonna get him, y'all. His mind is leaving him. That moon card in reverse more. This is Pisces season. Remember I said this week, okay? It's Pisces season or coming up in Pisces season, okay? It's Aquarius season right now. But yeah, there is a where is the number at that was on this damn card? I just seen it. A 18 on the moon card, but with it being in reverse, I'm going to say that's a nine that's coming. Donald Trump is about to lose more of his mind. This is the end of him having any form of rationality. Be prepared for him to start talking more shit. Be prepared for his mental health to continue to fail publicly and us to be able to tell. Because see, he don't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay? He's going to be so self-absorbed with himself, he's not going to notice the mistakes that he's making, okay? He doesn't notice them now, but he's really getting ready to go the fuck off the rails, okay? And this is an embarrassment to all of the people of this country, but especially to those who have fought for this country and those who are currently fighting for this country. This is embarrassing than a motherfucker to have this type of babbling idiot standing up hosting events and representing America. He just did that. Where was he just at, y'all? I done forgot. That dude read that recent public humiliation he was at. Yeah. He just recently started the embarrassment train. It's gonna get worse, okay? It's gonna ramp up during Pisces season, and it's gonna be at its height in Virgo season, okay? That's around August, September, okay? Um, the cards indicate that in July, people are really going to see what type of snake Donald Trump is. So again, those revelations that are coming forward that were mentioned in the moon card being in reverse, they are going to be very, very much so present. I feel like around July, this might be when more of the Epstein files come out, or the Epstein files are going to come out in totality. There are leaks that are going on. Okay, people are no longer joining at the hip with Donald Trump. People are choosing to remove themselves away from his regime and whatever he's doing because they trying to preserve themselves too. They forgot that these motherfucking primaries was coming. Like, I don't understand how these people be how they're operating. Did y'all think the world was not going to exist? I think a lot of them drunk that Jesus juice and they thought that yeah, the world was gonna be over. They thought the rapture was gonna happen and they were gonna be sitting in heaven, sitting high, looking low on the rest of us. And I told you to worship Jesus, but that didn't happen. Okay, so now they're in a space of self-preservation. Beware of those Democrats. Okay, I posted on TikTok a list of the 7 Democrats that voted to renew the ICE budget. Yeah, these are those Democrats. Okay, and not just them. There are other Democrats that y'all need to make it hard for them to retain their seat as well. I'm not saying vote Republican, but I'm saying if there's another Democrat running, you might want to kind of press those that's running because we're tired of the same dog and pony show from the Democratic Party. Either do your job or get the fuck out of these seats. And this is the energy of the American people going forward, especially those of us that are aligned with the Democrat Party, baby. We are not playing with y'all. Enough of this bullshit. Y'all are not getting ready to play politics over and over again and try to preserve the old party, okay? You need to activate in today's world. No more self-preservation. No more. relying on the fact of, oh, I'm going to repeat an old speech. I'm going to quote Martin Luther King. No, you're not going to fucking do none of that. You're going to do your job, but we're going to make it hard for you to have your seat as well. Okay? But anyway, back to Donald Trump's health. Yeah. In July, people are really going to be talking about what a snake this motherfucker is. Like, yeah, we knew this. Like, we knew this motherfucker wasn't shit. Y'all was the ones that was, I will vote for Donald Trump. Oh, I'm not gonna never let that go. Y'all shouldn't have never did that. See, those of y'all that are aligned with him or aligned yourselves with him by July, you're gonna see all roads closed when it comes to aligning oneself with Donald Trump. Okay, but not only that, we're going to something about the devil card representing drug and alcohol use coming out about Donald Trump. I told y'all he gives the energy of an alcoholic when he speaks, and the shit that he does, he acts like he be drunk off his motherfucking flat ass, okay? Not only that, his sexual proclivities from the past, present, and right now, currently, because there will be no future for it, because, I feel like he might be a little diabetic, and, that soft motherfucking hot dog bun that happens when fellas have diabetes. I think that's also what's wrong with him. But yeah, everything is beginning to fail him. Okay, his drug and alcohol use, in addition to his sexual proclivities, have added to his health issues. Okay, that Ace of Wands in reverse is telling y'all that thing ain't getting hard. He's fucked up. Okay. And he's sad about that. That's painful. I mean, he's feeling emasculated. He's got the Ace of Cups in reverse, and that means loss, y'all. That also says sadness, pain, unrequited love. People don't like him. Okay, he thought that he was gonna be able to have motherfuckers up his ass forever, but people are waking the fuck up. Blocked or repressed emotions, infertility. I told y'all that mess ain't working down there. Okay, bad news. Okay. Yeah, so he's probably gonna see or he probably sees an endocrinologist, and that endocrinologist probably like, look here, bruh, you probably got pancreatic cancer too, allegedly, and I'm just this is for entertainment purposes only, and this is me just assuming this is what's being said because there's something dastardly going on with his health, honey, and it has everything to do with his misuse of his proclivities. Okay, that Ace of Cups in this reading to me, it represents him overdoing it with the alcohol, being overly drunk. So I'll stand by saying that he acts like a fucking alcoholic to me. He also has the Chariot card and the Strength card in reverse, representing loss of control and weakness. This is that ass, okay? This is why he's wearing those diapers. This is why there are those rumors about him being incontinent due to sexual proclivities. Yeah, yeah, he's incontinent as a motherfucker, and he's probably wearing a piss bag too. Is the devil card showing up in addition to him being an alcoholic, allegedly, possibly, maybe? Not confirmed, but in my opinion, my tinfoil hat, yeah, this shit is catching up to him. As it does, if you partying hard and doing wild shit to your body, it will catch up to you too. Okay? And he's embarrassed as hell about this shit, honey. He moody than a motherfucker. Him having them issues with those parts of him that represents masculinity in his head is giving him some the blues, honey. He's sadder than a motherfucker. And his self-esteem low, and again, he is shattered dreams. He's not the strong man that he's trying to project himself to be. Okay, this man that he's trying to posture to be, that's not what his self-esteem says. Okay, and y'all know the cups represent emotions. This bitch self-esteem is as low as a motherfucking ant sprawl. But he the president of the motherfucking United States. Y'all bet not ever do this again. Anyway, this is just projection, and y'all know that tarot is just reading the energy in the moment, okay? And tarot can change. But according to my cards, right now, and I've had these cards pulled for probably about a week because this stuff was put on my heart last week, but I just didn't read the cards. Remember I told y'all that I believe that spirit is leading me to believe, and again, I could be wrong. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right, but I'm just going to put this out here because this is what is reflected in my cards. Okay? You see that? I say, do you see them two goddamn cards in front of y'all? Okay? And we're speaking about Donald Trump's health. We have the grave card, and in September. Remember I told y'all he might go after his birthday or a little bit, he might go before or a little bit after his birthday. Well, September is a lot bit after his birthday, but you get what I'm saying. Somewhere around September 2026, either he's going to step up out of here or his condition is going to get very grave and it's going to lead him to the grave. Y'all want to know what's helping it? Baby, us witches that know where we stand and know that we are supposed to stand for the people and we're not supposed to be aligning ourselves with no oppressive motherfucking colonizer that seeks to destroy the entire earth. Yeah, we getting down, baby. Do that. Do that. Witches unite. Witches unite, baby. We are doing our thing, okay? We will not play with an oppressor, honey. We will not. See, while he was joking, talking about, oh, I'm gonna make witchcraft illegal and everybody must be a Christian. That's what all of that shit was about because he knew us witches was on his motherfucking ass. Okay? Let me put them the way they're supposed to be. He knew that these witches, us witches, the daughters of the mother, the great granddaughters of the witches, you couldn't burn, baby. We was still walking this motherfucking planet. Yeah, you knew what time it was. He knew it was coming, and he deserves all of it. He knows he deserves every piece of it. Time is up. Time is running out for him. Here's the Wheel of Fortune card in reverse and the Ten of Swords card in upright position. And ironically, there in the Ten of Swords position, there is Gemini energy on it, okay? The Gemini, Donald Trump, is going to experience misfortune, out of control, bad luck, failure, unexpected setback, delays, disruption, disorder, unwelcome change. I'm telling y'all, this card saying about September, either his condition is going to be very grave or that motherfucker going to the grave by September. Look here. I got the remaining, excuse me. As for right now in Aquarius season, he's remaining stuck with the Six of Swords being in reverse. But that's still, I'm going to show y'all what it's representing. Hold on real quick. He's remaining stuck, unforeseen danger, slow healing, trapped, trouble coming, changing plans, instability, and overwhelm. That leading to spiritual transformation, rebirth, endings, letting go, loss, change, failure, destruction, transitions, and eliminations. I'm telling y'all, look here, about September. And again, this shit could change. This could be next September as well. But given that his health is in the condition that it's in, I'm saying about September, he's gonna be fucked up and fucked over. And we'll be done with Donald Trump.